Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter, Boom Boom review stuff. I haven't made a video over here in quite some time, and I actually was not going to do, I think I even said in a vlog, I wasn't going to do a review of this TV show, but I started getting all these requests. I got tweets, I got DMs about it, and I got comments on other things, and people were like, Peter, please review the show Traitors, because you watched it, you loved it, you can't stop talking about it. So here I am talking about the show Traitors. So anyway, let me tell you about how I found this show, first of all. So my good Judy Tanya Jean, this is kind of a funny story actually. So I will try to tell her a show that I have found. Like, I'll find a new show. Like the other day I had watched, oh, this is another review that I need to do. I had watched that hatchet-wielding hitchhiker, you know what I'm talking about, on Netflix. It's a new true crime documentary movie. So I had watched it. It literally came out. I watched it that night, and the very next day, I called her and I said, oh my God, I have the best show for you. And she was like, what is it? And I said, the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker. And she goes, oh, I already watched it this morning. I go, Tanya Jean, I can't tell you anything. Like, every time I try to tell her about a book or a movie or a TV show, she's already watched it, right? Okay, so I'm standing in the kitchen the other night. I'm putting some dishes away in the dishwasher and things like that. And she calls me and she's like, oh, Eric, her husband Eric. She's like, Eric and we just binge watched the best show last night and we finished it tonight. And I go, well, what is it? And she goes, Traitors on Peacock. And I go, all right, I watched it, girl. It's no good. And she goes, what? And I go, I already watched it. It's no good. I watched it. It was stupid. I hadn't even heard of this show, okay? And she's like, what are you talking about? You haven't watched this show. I go, girl, the Traitors, I already watched it. It was so stupid it wasn't. She goes, it's not the Traitors, it's Traitors. I go, the Traitors, a traitor, I don't care. I already watched it. It wasn't any good. You're stupid. I don't know what you're talking about. She started laughing. She's like, you didn't watch it. I go, yes, I did, Tanya Jean. You don't know my life, okay? So anyway, so we got laughing so hard. So that night, I started watching Traitors, but I had all this other stuff to watch to get caught up on. I think it was like Chippendales or something. I can't even remember and keep my life. Did I even do a Chippendales? I don't even think I've done that video over here. Oh, yes, I did. I did do that video. Okay, so I don't remember what I was watching that night or whatever, but so I ended up watching the first episode of Traitors, okay? It's on Peacock, if you have Peacock. If you don't, go get it. We have every streaming service in the world. I think at this point, we're paying like $623 for cable. And Tanya Jean, she said to me the other day, she said, how much do you know how much I pay for cable? Because we pay for cable and streaming services, all of us, like Tanya and Alex and I. And I said, how much? And she said a certain amount. I go, oh my God, our cable is exactly the same amount of money, okay? With the slowest internet in the world, by the way. So anyway, so go get your Peacock and watch Traitors, because trust me, you won't be disappointed. So I start watching the show, and I watched the first episode of it, okay? And I'm like, oh, this is really, really good. But at that point, it was super late, and I had an appointment the next morning, so I had to go to bed, so I couldn't watch it, okay? So the next night, all right, let me just tell you how good this was. The next night, I started watching it at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I watched 7 episodes back to back, okay? So that was now 8 episodes. I had 9 and 10, and then I was done, okay? And the next night, I watched episodes 9 and 10. I couldn't even wait. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so good. So here's the premise. Now, I will not be spoiling this for you. I will tell you the characters, who they are, and the premise of the show, but I'm not going to spoil it for you and tell you anything that happens or anything like that, because I don't want you to, I want you to be as surprised as I was. So I'm just going to only tell you I won't even tell you what happens at the end of episode 1. I'll just kind of tell you the things you find out at the beginning of episode 1, okay? So it's a reality competition show. I'd say it's a little bit like Big Brother and a little bit like a Survivor, except that it takes place in this castle in Scotland, okay? I believe it's Scotland. And it's hosted by Alan Cummings, who's like very funny, and he's supposed to be like the host of the castle, and he dresses in these like really extravagant outfits that are beautiful and things, like very colorful, right? Okay. So all of these people come there. I think it's like 20 people come, and half of them are reality TV stars, and the other half of them are just like normal people that have never been on a reality show before, and of all different ages and things like that, and from all over. So of the United States. So there's like Siri from Survivor, Brandi Glanville from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Reza Farrahan from Shaw's of Sunset, Kate from Below Deck. I want to make sure I don't forget anybody. Gwendolyn, this actress, I don't know what she's from. I never knew what she was from. Cody and Rachel from Big Brother. I forgot how good looking that Cody was. Oh my God. Anyway, who else is on the show? Oh, Ari from The Bachelor. Okay, who else is on there? Like, well, if I forget somebody, if I've forgotten somebody, I'll think about it as I go. I feel like I've forgotten somebody. But it was that 10? That wasn't 10. Maybe there was only like 8 or 9 celebrities and the rest of them were like normal people. But anyway, yeah, it was so... Who else was on there? It was so good, you guys. Okay, so the whole premise is they do these missions every day. Well, first of all, it all starts with breakfast. So they all go into this breakfast room and everything like that, right? The night before, the traitors, who there's like several people that are picked as traitors. Nobody knows who the traitors are, okay? They get to pick and decide and murder somebody, right? So there are the traitors and there are the faith keepers, okay? So then the traitors have murdered somebody, so everybody goes to breakfast and like 2 or 3 of them come in at a time. So they're all like looking at the door like, who's next? Who's next? Okay. And so they're all like really nervous about that to see who's like coming through the door and who got murdered and things like that, right? Okay. So, I feel like, oh, who's that Olympic swimmer? Ryan, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Lochke, whatever. He was on there. He was on the show too. Yeah, I'm forgetting a couple people. But anyway, so they all do breakfast and then they have to do this mission. And the mission is very Survivor kind of like based mission. It's like they have to move something here to there or find something or all that kind of stuff. And it's all about money because they want to get all of this money to $250,000 because the whole idea of the show is those that that survive, okay, if it's only faith keepers at the end and they've gotten rid of all the traitors, then they get to split and share the $250,000, whatever faith keepers are left. If there's 1 traitor, 2 traitors, whatever traitors, 4 traitors, 6 traitors, if they're all left, they get to split the $250,000, okay? If they even get to $250,000. They have to do these little exercises to earn money along the way, okay? So then they do these exercises, they earn money throughout the day, and then at the end of the night, they have this banishment, and it's this round table where they all sit at this round table. Now, mind you, they don't know who the traitors are and who the traitors aren't, okay? And so they have this banishment where they're like, I think you're a traitor, I think you're a traitor, and then they all vote that's kind of the Big Brother part, to like banish somebody from the castle, and then that person has to go stand in the circle of truth before they leave, and they kind of give this like long-winded speech, and then at the end of it they say, and I'm a faith keeper, or I'm a traitor, and then when they're like not a traitor, they're all like, ah! They like lose their minds, right, because they're trying to get traitors out. It is so good, you guys, it is so good. I was like literally on the edge of my seat the entire time. I could not believe it. It is so scandalous. The gameplays that go with this, I was like so impressed. I mean, it is really, 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 really good. I mean, really good. And, I mean, really good. You guys will absolutely love it. And I will tell you, there are some twists and turns that happen throughout this game that I did not expect. There are things that happen to both the Faith Keepers and to the Traitors that I did not expect, that I did not see coming, that you will not see coming. There are some gameplays, there are some shady business, there are some surprises, there are some plot twists, there are some twists and turns that I had no idea were going to happen. I mean, even right down to the last 5 minutes of the show, I was literally like, if it hadn't been so late, I would have called Tanya Jean because I was like gagged. I was absolutely gagged in the last 5 minutes of the show. And I can't usually say that in a reality show. I usually have it kind of figured out. But no, it was so good. So anyway, go check out Traitors on Peacock. All 10 episodes are up there. You can binge watch it. You know, one episode. I watched it in like... Well, I watched 1 episode, 8 episodes, and 2 episodes. So 3 days I watched it. But you can watch it all in one night if you want to. Anyway, let me know if you've watched it. Put it in the comment section below. But don't put who won in the comment section below. That's not nice. Anyway, I love you guys. And don't Google who won either. Don't Google anything about the show because I know that that's how you find out like who won and who didn't win. So anyway, I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye.